What the hell is this? A comic book company that doesn't just spam the same 3 superheroes over and over? What a novel idea. In this one, Ghosted, an old man hires this smooth criminal to kidnap a ghost. Is that why it's called Ghosted? The criminal hires a bunch of one-note characters to help him do it. I only got through till issue 6 before packing this in. The idea sounded good, but it dropped off for me dead quick when the ghosts would just appear, do nothing, then leave. I found the heroes, if you can call them that, to be a bit generic, and Scooby-Doo has better bad guys than the old man who starts the plot off. He's just this generic collector of magic crap looking for eternal life. I've no clue how they squeezed 20 more issues out of this. It could have been an alright mini-series if they'd have expanded more on some of the things, like why the house is so cursed and that, which we get a glimpse of. But right now we only get one page discussing how evil the owners were. I do think I'd give it a fair go though. I got through the first arc, but then I could not find the effort within me to continue. I would like to say though, I know Image is trying to be edgy and cool and that, but you don't have to have prison rape on literally page 1, fellas. This one was pretty cool. A kid goes missing and his family get torn apart for a year, the wife leaves the husband thinking he killed the kid and all that crap. But after a year, this strange barbarian appears claiming to be the lost boy on a mission to save a magical realm. In this one, Birthright, the fantasy aspect looked badass and it make a cool story on its own without the real world stuff. And I do always like it when a mean looking monster is a proper mate, like Kilowog in DC where he looks like an absolute weapon but he's cool. It was nice as well to see the dad believing in the son right away. What a cool guy, because too often are fathers portrayed as bad guys when you're more good dads in comics. The only note I've got so far that I've had a bit of a iffy problem with was that I saved the surprise twist ending of chapter 1 for a bit later than literally the first issue. But I'm definitely going to carry on reading this one, see how it goes. In The Walking Dead, as I'm sure you know, a man tries to keep his family alive during a zombie apocalypse, but you've defo heard of this one anyway. And I feel like this one's cheating a bit, because I used to watch the programme as it come out, until they killed the coolest character. So I already had a bit of a fondness for it all going in, but that ended up not mattering in the end, because the comic's well different from the programme, and honestly, it is better. The changes from the story that I did know kept it interesting, and the pacing was well better, because the show proper slowed down a bit, like when they get to the safe town, for example. And in the comic, it doesn't slow down at all. The book keeps its momentum. Also, characters I didn't really like on the telly are absolute badass in the book. Like Andrea, who's well more likeable, but especially Carl, because he proper annoyed me in the show. But in the book, he is like a secondary protagonist. It is a lot more brutal and bloody, and I'm not really a fan of over-the-top gore, but obviously it's necessary here because it's a bloody zombie apocalypse. And the baddies, mate, one baddie in particular is kicking absolute ass, and I now wish the comic was all about him. Definitely worth the read.